So hi everybody, welcome to tonight's team training. We wanted to do a bit of training about understanding the numbers behind building a team. So it'd be really interesting actually, who on this call, and stick it in the chat, who wants to build a team? Who wants to be a leader and who wants to build their own team? Me.
Sound like little
awesome. So still got some people jumping on. Hi Sophie, hi Becca, hi Joanna. Yeah, okay, awesome. So pretty much a load of you want to build a team, which is awesome. So what we're going to do, we're just going to share my screen with you and we're just going to get into the training. So yeah, so understanding the numbers of team building. And I just think this is really important for you guys to know. I'm really excited to share, because obviously with building a team, it's really important to know, to understand these numbers, which we're kind of really excited to share with you. So as we know, our business is absolutely phenomenal, and you know, the Juice Plus company is one of the greatest vehicles for people to change their family's future for generations with the power of residual income, being paid time and time again for the work that you did once, like actors and songwriters. So, you know, just really thinking about the future, guys. You know, this business, you can build a phenomenal business that can pay you forever, that can pay you for absolutely for life, for your family, and even your future generations, which is incredible. So, you know, I think sometimes we forget what we kind of have in our hands with our business, with our amazing online business. So, you know, never take it for granted and just know what is possible. And, you know, this is your business. You can choose how big, how small, what you want from it. And that's the great thing about it, is that you can literally choose what you want with it. So we've got some numbers here, and these are some numbers from Eric Worre, who is the founder of Network Marketing Pro. And these are basically amazing numbers that is really important for you guys to have in mind when you are building a team. Okay, so I'm actually really bad with numbers, and I actually really struggled with maths at school. So DJ is going to just talk you through this, but it is actually really simple. So I'm going to hand over to DJ.
Alrighty, so actually I am shit with numbers too. I'm quite good with stats and figures and analytics. That's kind of what I do for work. So when you're looking at this, don't look at it and think, holy shit, this is not what I signed up for. I think what this helps you understand is based on stats and numbers within network marketing. When you're recruiting someone, it gives you an idea of where they're going to be at different stages in their journey. And in that way, you can sort of tailor your coaching methods to make sure they're getting the most out of whatever stage they're at. So that's kind of the best way of looking at it, all right? So if we go through the stats, we're going to understand a little bit more about it. So you've got someone who's interested in the business. I know Amy likes using like Mary. So good old Mary's come back round again. She said, yeah, I want to join. So majority of the 70% of people who join your team will build an amazing customer base, but do absolutely nothing when it comes to recruiting. That doesn't mean they're going to do absolutely nothing for forever. It just means initially they're going to be so happy with the products, living that lifestyle and that journey. They're going to become a raving fan and sharing it with loads of people. And they're going to help build that customer base. And in turn, that is in a way your customer base, just like a generation deep, right? So they're pushing your business out to more people through helping customers and being with customers, right? Now, I guarantee, I know Amy was the same, I was the same. When we joined, we were that bracket, right? Everyone gets involved because they love the products and they just want to be a part of the community and be a part of it and really enjoy it. They'll come to all the events, they'll be buzzed up, they're feeling great, but it just won't be totally focused on maybe building a team, all right? So we're not saying that they're just going to love the products and they just don't give a shit about that side of the business. They're just not focused on that yet, all right? Moving down the line, the next 20% are going to be an amazing customer base, but also bring in roughly 1 to 2 people into their business, all right? So 20% of people, all right? Then you've got 5% of people will still build an amazing customer base, or we'll be bringing more people, 3 to 5 roughly. And you've got 3% doing the same, but with 6 to 9 people. Then only 2% will bring in 10 or more into your business. All right. It's a very small number. Okay. So if you add all that up, that's 30%. So obviously 70, 30, we've got 100. So most people will start on that 70%, but they'll transition through into that 30% bracket in different areas. They might move on the way up, getting 1 or 2 people, then more to 3 to 5, then they start building that momentum and they get bigger and bigger and recruit more and more people each month. You might get the rarity of people who will come in and go straight in and just start building the team, and they're just really natural at it and they can recruit more people. Just because you're natural at it doesn't mean you can't learn it. So people will also go from 70% bracket of being lovely with the products, and then maybe focus more later down the line, and they'll move across into that 30% bracket somewhere. Okay. It also means they might move back. All right. They might start building the team, lose a little bit of love for the products, and then their focus will shift. All right. So it's up to, as a leader, understanding that your team will fluctuate up and down this. They're not going to come in and just be one, right? They'll move around a little bit, but predominantly most people start in that 70%. So when you're getting a new person in, you want to make sure that they're loving the products, they're on their own products for starters, and they're just building that love for the business, the company, the community. And then from there, they're going to just share passionately the business, and in turn they'll move across into other areas. And they might only get 1 or 2 people, and that's fine. You've got to find out what they have joined for. They might want to join to just do it a bit part-time. You don't want to build a massive team. You just want to, a certain amount of income, certain bit of financial freedom from it, and that's them happy. It's understanding that you can't want it more for them than they want themselves, right? So if they're happy in that situation, awesome. You just want to get more people in, to get to where you want to go. So I hope that makes sense. So basically, understanding that the most people you're going to get in, like if you're, getting 100 people, 70 of them are going to be started in that first bracket. You might, and then you've got 20 in that one, 5 and 3 and 2. Okay. These numbers obviously rough, guys, but it just gives you an idea of what you're looking at when you are recruiting. So when you get a lot of people come in and not do much, it's normal. It's okay. Like I said, most people who start the business will always start in that bigger bracket because it's 70%. It's a large amount of people. They've got to build that confidence in themselves, in their own business, in their own products, in their own journey, to then feel comfortable to then share that with others. And some people are not as pragmatic or outgoing as other individuals. So it sometimes takes people more time. So the numbers are there just to give you an idea of what you're looking at when you're recruiting, and let you know that it's okay that you're not getting like stars every single time, because it just doesn't work that way. So it's, the numbers are a big thing. You've got to be knowing your numbers. Doesn't mean you have to focus on them, but being aware that that's kind of the way the game's working, so that you can kind of play to the field a bit better. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think the next slide is, okay. So yeah, I think it's, firstly, it just shows that, not everybody in your team is going to want to build a team. And like DJ said, it's easy to want it more for them than what they want it for themselves. It's just understanding that, who on this call has got themselves a team member or their first team member and they've gone, yeah, I've got a team member, yeah. And then you're like, but then you don't, that's it. You have one team member, you think, I've made it, I've got a team member. And then guess what? They're pretty much in that 70% bracket. And then maybe they don't do much. And then you're then left a bit disappointed. Like, has that ever happened to anybody? So the point of this is that you've got to keep recruiting, because 70% of people are going to do a bit. They're going to do a bit. When I first joined the Juice Plus business 7 years ago, I was in the 70% bracket, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, we love the 70% bracket, So it's just understanding that, and that actually keeping recruiting. At the bottom it says here that the average person in the 2% of network marketers actually build a customer base and then actually recruit 27 people. So can you see here that actually, you need to be recruiting more people? It all depends on what you want, guys. If you are, you know, you guys might look at this and you might start to see what bracket you are in. And, you know, again, that's really important to kind of think to yourself what bracket you're in, but then also knowing that that can change. And at the end of the day, if you're happy with the bracket that you're in, and as long as you're happy with that, then that is all that matters. You know, it doesn't matter to us what bracket you're in, it matters to you, and that's all that matters. So I think.
Sorry, I was going to say yeah. another way of looking at this is that 70% is customer focused. 30%
customer focused, and also
Right. So you want in your business a balance of both. So it's great to have that 7% because they are building a great customer base, like I said, community. People are going to get to know you, your brand, your team, everything like that. And like we know, customers make the best distributors, right?
Yeah, and we are a very customer-driven company, so it's always really important to remember that. You know, we're all about inspiring healthy living around the world. You know, so having the customers is massively important. You never want to stop or forget about the customers and just focus on recruiting. You want to be doing the both if you want that. You know, and if you want to be national marketing directors, if you want to live that life of freedom for years to come, then this is really, really important for you guys to know.
Don't take it, missed anything.
Yeah, just my notes.
Turn the page, there's more on this page.
Yeah, so obviously when I first joined, I started off in the 70% bracket, and then I went to an event and I saw the bigger picture, and I decided that I then wanted to be a national marketing director and I wanted to make this my career. So I then pretty much moved up to the higher percentage. So, you know, I think just really understanding, you know, with your team, if you are building a team, just understanding that, you know, if you've got a team member that maybe is struggling a bit, or they're, you know, I mean, we've all been there. Sometimes you can get a little bit frustrated sometimes. Just understanding where that team member is at and just loving them for where they're at, and just keeping on recruiting. Like we don't say to you, you've just got to keep recruiting for no reason. We don't say that to benefit us or anything like that. We're saying it for a reason. We're saying it because, you know, majority of people do a little bit. And if you are really wanting to build yourself an incredible business to pay you for life, then, you know, you need to be recruiting more to then work at these numbers. To, you know, within that, majority of your business is going to be 70% of these people, and then you're going to then find the people in the higher percentage that are then going to go and still build with you and, you know, recruit and duplicate the system more.
Yeah, I think the good thing about this as well, it can help you identify, like I said at the beginning, how to coach to your new team's strengths. If they're very good on the business front, you know, then you know you're going to have to help them more on the customer front, and vice versa. So it just helps you as an upline to help sort of direct your team down a path that they're going to get the most out of it. So they can become more an all-round person within the business to help do more for their own business, and then they become more independent. And it's just duplicating that down further and further and further.
Yeah, definitely. And I think just another thing to mention is, you know, the first position on our compensation plan is Partner Plus. So if anyone's new on the call, Partner Plus is your first promotion, and you get your £80 bonus when you go to Partner Plus. And you can do that, obviously building your own customer base up, and that is only 2 platinum packages, so it's really simple. And then the next position after that is Senior Partner, where you only need 6 platinum packages. And again, you can get to Senior Partner without building a team. You can build an incredible customer base, and you can still make incredible money doing that. I mean, when you get to Senior Partner, you earn nearly £80 on a platinum package, which is incredible. So, you know, we're not saying that you have to build a team or anything like that. You can still, you know, have a great business and build an incredible customer base, you know, get a Senior Partner. But then if you want to then go further than Senior Partner and go up more the compensation plan, then you have to actually build a team. So it's really important to know that. And yeah, and you know, you can actually get amazing money on that for your customers, and obviously on their repeat orders. But yeah, that's it, I think.
Yeah. Next Lloyd. You go. Just talking about
So to sort of add on to this, if you are somebody that is wanting to recruit and build that team, then we recommend recruiting in 30-day blitzes. So basically what that means is get as many team members as you can as a real focus in 30 days. Then you take them as a class, and then you actually teach them as a class and duplicate what they need to do and how to build a customer base. So recruit in 30 days, and then you teach those people in the as a class together in the next period. And then obviously you'd help them launch their businesses individually. So what we mean by that is have a call with them, have a one-to-one call with them. As soon as they sign up, you need to be having a call with them, get them started, find out what their goals are, how much time do they want to put into the business, what do they want to earn. It's really important, because not everyone might not, again, what bracket do they fall into, like we've just explained. Actually asking them, what do they want? Don't sort of assume or tell them what they want. Really take that time to ask the questions. What do you want? Why have you joined the Diamond Dreamers movement? What do you want to achieve in in the next few months, or even in the next year? What do you really see for yourself? What would you love to be earning? How much time do you have to put into your business? And then you teach them then as a class to get them going and what they need to do to get started. And obviously those that are actually taking the action, those that are getting on the calls, those that are getting in touch with you, daily and asking questions and, what should I say to this person? I've got this person interested. Those are the people that are actually taking the action. Then you want to mentor those people more closely, because you want to give people what they give you. So they give you 100%, you give them 100%. So, and just understand that some people just want to be part of the community and not run with it as much as you. And that's so okay. And then just keep repeating that process. Then again, repeat the next class, recruit your next class. And, whether that's one person, 2 people, 5 people, whatever it might be, however many it is, you would then put them together as a group and you teach them as a class, have a call with them, get them started, give the ones more mentorship that are taking the action, and then repeat again.
The other good thing about this is it helps you streamline a little bit more. So it helps you free, because if you're teaching everyone as a group, you're going to be having the same. If you did them individually, you had the same conversation like 5 times, for example. Do it as a group, you can have that one conversation and it duplicates out 5 times. So it's helping you save a bit of time in the sense of finding out who wants to be where they want to be and having those conversations. But also it helps if you put people into like a joint chat or a WhatsApp group. The good thing about that is it creates those sideline connections, and they end up helping each other. Like, for example, like Louise Carradine in my team, and then Kelly Hegger and Amy's team, they push each other to SP. Their sideline across 2 legs, totally different, but they were on the same path. So grouping them together helped push them, so they both got what they were aiming for. So it just helps you and your business become a little bit more streamlined. So
yeah.
Focus on that is really good. Doesn't mean that you just teach them all at the same time and don't be personalized. You still need to understand what they want out of it for themselves in regards to the business and where they want to go with it, because obviously you've got to help them go where they want to go. So just touch on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, the people that you had in that first 30-day blitz, that you've then taught them as a class. So in the first 30 days, you've recruited your class. Next 30 days, you're teaching them, whilst then still recruiting your next 30 day of people to then teach. Does that make sense?
Best way I think is just think about it as like a 90-day game plan.
Yeah. So obviously, as you're then teaching that class, but you've still got to then be recruiting the next class, and then teaching them whilst recruiting the next class. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. But
you end up lots of little like groups, little classes, little groups.
Yeah, and this is how you duplicate your business, guys. And your long-term income is in the duplication. Bringing people in and teaching them to get a customer base and duplicating that, and then setting them free. We're all independent business owners. Setting them free to go and still supporting them. You're always there for them no matter what. But this is about duplication. So
makes sense. Yeah. Definitely.
So does that make sense about the blitzes? Recruiting your 30 days, focus on recruiting, get your class, and then you're obviously going to teach that class whilst you're recruiting your next class, teaching them, recruit your next class. Does that all make sense?
Well, I'm trying to struggle.
yeah, so
Izzy's on that.
first 4 TVs don't speak to me yet. Don't worry, Izzy, it's happened to me as well. This is what I'm saying, you know. This is
like,
exactly what I'm saying.
Fine.
Yeah.
Like,
but like, don't then just stop at that. You've got to keep recruiting to find those people in these other percentages. You've got to keep bringing people in. You know, you can't ever think, oh, okay, right, I've got, you know, even if you right now, if you have no team, then obviously you need to be recruiting if this is what you want. If you are sat right now and you have a team that's going really well, you need to keep recruiting no matter what. You still need to keep recruiting and bringing in those next class of people. I mean, you guys might have some people from last month that you recruited that you're currently teaching right now. You're duplicating to them, but you can't just rely on them. You've also got to be bringing the new fresh class of people in to teach again, and then bringing new fresh people in, teach again. Does that make sense? So yeah, just got to keep bringing people in. And again, this all depends. Like, every one of you will hear this differently. It depends also on where you are on your bracket. You know, it depends on where you are in that bracket, which is totally fine. I think also you need to know where you are in that bracket and be okay with that. Like, know where you're at and really think about, like, what do you want? You know, maybe this is a good time to think, where are you in that bracket? And what are your goals for your future? What is your long-term vision of your life? Because, were you going to say something?
No, that's fine.
Oh, you were, weren't you?
About 5 minutes ago.
Oh, do you want to say it?
No.
No, go on.
It's so us. It's brilliant. It's now, carry on. You're on a roll.
No, you broke it now. Go
Can't
on.
remember what you're saying now, can you? I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, so I just want to touch on, because a lot of you guys said you struggled to recruit. So recruiting it's not like, if you think it's going to be easy, it's not. Like, recruiting is, you're almost having to persuade someone to take a look at something that they either don't know 100% about, or they're, you know, everyone in this day and age, I think as well, has been exposed to network marketing in some way, or some form of online sales or ambassadorship or something like that, maybe in some way or another. So everyone's kind of a little bit more reserved when trying to find out more. So that's where having those conversations and building that rapport and that friendship and that trust is key before you come at them with any opportunity that you want to give them. I think also another key of that is the follow-up. You know, if you're struggling to recruit.
I think also as well, those of you that are struggling to recruit, I mean, how many people are you speaking to about the business a day? That's what I would be asking.
Again, it comes back to your numbers.
Yeah, and just, you know, if you think that you struggle with recruiting as well, then working on that. And if that's something, you know, the great thing about this business is that it's very learnable. It's very learnable, and your mindset is a massive part of this, you know. So if you say to yourself, I struggle to recruit, then guess what? That's what's going to happen. So you need to stop that thought process straight away. You don't even want to say it. You want to start saying to yourself, I'm amazing at recruiting. I'm amazing. I'm fucking amazing. Everyone wants to work with me. So you need to work on you, if I'm being totally honest. Work on you, work on your mindset. I would say read this book by Fraser Brooks. He teaches you how to build your business on social media. So you need to get that book, and really, you know, if that's an area you want to work on, then go and work on your recruiting, and it's totally learnable. I think we've all been there. We've all struggled with that. You're not on your own. So I think that's also really important, but you've got to work at it and find what works for you. Find what posts work for you. You've got to get out in the messenger. You've got to speak to people. Obviously, you've got to do that DMO. You've got to be adding new people. You know, it's really just that. I could hear you going to say something.
It's only because if you look at this call right now, I think I'm the only guy, right? The only guy. So imagine me, everyone on here, imagine if I messaged you saying, oh, baby, looked amazing in that photo. Like, what would you do? Block me, get rid of me, like, do something, right? So I have to do stuff very different to how a lot of you guys would do stuff. So I've had to like rewrite a lot of messages myself. I've had to, like, some days just almost play like a bit of trial and error and just try, like, right, let's try this message, see what reaction I get from this.
Yeah, because you can't be like loving on girls' posts.
Yeah, I
being
can't
like,
be loving on women's posts.
You look so beautiful.
Yeah. Hey, hon. Oh my God, you look great. Here's a love heart and some.
Love your outfit.
Yeah. So they're just gonna think this guy is a total twat. So it doesn't work that way for me. I either have to interact with stuff that's like, for example, if they're like a story. I like a lot with stories because there's normally some context within the story that I can comment on. You know, I can't just like go on someone's profile picture. It's just weird, right? So I've spent a lot of time having to go through that process of finding what works for me. So going on top of what Amy said there, sometimes it takes a bit of trial and error to find the right wording and the messages and the process, you know, certain messages that work for you. Like I have a bit of a process now for certain questions and answers that I ask, and then inevitably the opportunity message that I send. Like, for example, I used to try and add a lot of people into the group. I felt that was one too many steps. Group. Yeah. So I felt that was one too many steps because they would either not accept the invite, or, you know, you spend more time chasing up to get them into the group than to actually watch the video. So then I actually just send them the link to the video. It's a lot more direct. I actually got a lot more uptake with that because it's straight there in their face and they can't get away from it. And then the follow-up process from there is easier for me because, hey, look, have you checked out the video I sent you above?
Yeah.
You know, instead of saying, hey, have you got into that group yet? And then, like, do you know what I mean? So it also means when it goes to following up, you can just put the video link into the search bar and it brings up every time I've ever sent that video.
Yeah.
It just makes following up like twice as easy. So for me, but that's taken me like quite a couple of months now to get that down. So if you're just starting out on the sort of recruitment path and you're moving from that 70% into that 30%, don't expect to 100% understand it. And expect you're probably going to get a lot more no's and not right nows and maybes than you will do like a month or two down the line when you sort of polish off your process and really get confident with it. And yeah, like Amy said, it's how you also, I think Izzy said, how you look at it.
Yeah, just about to say
that. So how you look at it, it's not necessarily like.
Yeah, I think
business,
sometimes as well, recruiting can not always be the best word. And I think like Izzy says, it is definitely how you look at it. It's definitely, you got to look at it as how you're going to help these people. Don't go out with the, you know, I'm going to recruit someone because I need someone in my team to help me. You know, you need to go out there and think, how can I help this person? You know, how is this business and this product, how is this going to help them right now? So asking questions about them. What are their struggles right now? You know, are they struggling with furlough? Have they lost their job? Are they really wanting a community right now? You know, what is it that they are looking for? And this can really help them. So when you go out there and then I think it probably comes back to your belief in the products and your belief in the business and then your belief in yourself. And when you get all that high, which again, if you know that if your belief in the business is low, then you've got to work on that. You've got to try and how can you get your belief in the business higher? Or if your belief is in yourself is lower, then work on that and make sure you're doing your positive affirmations every single day. And sometimes, you know, it's just believing in, you know, you have to believe in yourself, even if you don't 100%, just start to believe in yourself, because again, we're going to do another call about self-belief next week, actually. The cycle, and it starts with belief. Okay.
If you want to do it on this call, I was like, I think that's just too much.
We're not going to have time.
I think numbers and that, I think you're going to lose.
But it starts with belief, and we're going to talk about that next week, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, like totally agree with Izzy. It's definitely the way you look at it and actually helping them with their income, their confidence. Yeah, now like obviously Izzy loves now recruiting, so definitely how you look at it. We know that this business is massively personal development, so never ever give up, never stop. And also again, like what Lauren Dawes says is, you know, how many people are you getting on the opportunity calls as well? Because, you know, if you are struggling recruiting and you're not getting anyone on the calls, then again, that's something that's an area that you can work on. You know, so I mean, what I do is I'll have I keep track of who I'm speaking to, who I'm offering the business to, who I've spoken to about the business. Even like months ago, I've got like I keep track of my names, so I can then go back and I can follow up with them. I can love on their profile, so I'm always keeping in the top of their mind. You know, checking back in with them. How's things with you? You know, if you've spoken to people last year and it wasn't the right time for them, and you need to be speaking to them again in this lockdown. You need to be offering it to them again, 100%. You need to be going back to those people, reaching out. How's things with you? How's this lockdown? You know, is now a better time for you? So yeah, and then obviously getting people on the opportunity calls is really good, because what's great about that is that it's here and now. You know, they're getting on the video, they're getting on the call live. And guess what? People, it's like, the great thing about the opportunity calls is it's like going in and watching a movie. You know, if you go to cinema and you watch a film, you come out of that movie and you could tell everyone exactly what happened. But if it was the next day or a week later, you've forgotten all the details, you've forgotten all the ins and outs, you're not as excited anymore. So the great thing about the opportunity call is that they watch the movie, they're excited, they know all the details, and guess what? Boom, let's get you going. You know, is there anything else that you need to know right now in order to get started today? Let's get you started. You know, this is going to be an amazing journey for you. I'm going to be here to help you every single step of the way. You know, you don't quite get that same effect if you're just sending, you know, obviously you want to use a video tool, yes, but you want to lead that into another exposure. You know, it's about exposure, exposure, exposure. So if they've seen the video, like your little short video tool, and again, if you don't have, again, you need to have a system in place of what you use. So again, you can speak to your upline of what video tools they recommend you to use, but you need to have a system in place of video tools that you use. But basically I have you know, a video tool, and then I'll funnel that basically into an opportunity call, and then I'll get on a call with them. You can use 3-way chats, are also really good. You know, you can ask your upline to put your potential into a 3-way chat. And, you know, I love to use the question, is there anything else that you need to know right now in order to get started today? Oh, I want to know a bit more about the products. Okay, fab, right, let's have a call. Or here's a video about the products. Right, yeah, okay, right. Is there anything else that you need to know right now in order to get started today? No, I don't think so. Awesome, let's get you started. Let's get you signed up. Here's my link. All you need to do is fill out that link and let's get you going. I'm so excited.
I think that's another way to look at it, is you have to go through the process. Going through the process of recruiting is dealing with their not the excuses, but their reasons.
Your shield.
Yeah, dealing with their reasons for not doing it, and then coming back with the reason why that doesn't matter.
Why they should. I don't have time.
I don't have time. Well, this is flexible. It works around this, that, and the other. I already work.
I mean, I had someone the other day. I can't afford it. I can't afford to sign up and buy the products. Well, you know, and I did a voice note, and I said, I'm really saying to you with love, you know, that maybe actually you really do need to consider this, because maybe if you can't afford it, then maybe you really do need this. I said, you can sign up with your £50. You know, you can get started on our cheapest product, which is the berry capsules. You know, you get to Partner Plus, which is 2 platinum packages or 4 premium capsule orders. You've got your £80 bonus. You've turned 50 plus your 20, so £70. You've turned £70 into £200 in your first month. I was like, so I could help you do that. So how about we do that? So that's sort of like an example there of how you can overcome someone that's saying they can't afford it. You know, because that's another objection that we get. So, but again, you know, this is just it's the growth, guys. You know, I think,
practice.
Yeah, it's practice. It's sometimes doing something that's uncomfortable and keeping going with it. Personal development is everything. Strong mindset.
I do like quite a few sort of open messages through my friends on my Facebook. But I guarantee, I don't know if anyone has this. There's people that come up there and go, "Well, I don't know if I could message that person." And everyone's got that one person look at them and go, "Oh, I don't know if I could." And like that moment, just send it. And I've been pleasantly surprised actually at some of the, like, sometimes I come back, oh yeah, no, I really actually want to know more. But I maybe not sent that before because I was maybe not confident about it. So what's the worst that could happen? And they say no. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I would say thanks for letting me know.
It's just a not now.
Thanks for getting
anyway.
back to me, let me know.
Yeah.
Just carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was going to say as well, there's a lot more, like, if you like the numbers side of things, like a little bit like me, like the stats side, there's plenty of tools, and that sounds really boring and monotonous, but like some of the reports are really good at outlining where your weak points are in your business. So in a 12-month analysis, they'll show you your recruitment in your business over the last 12 months, show you where you could work on stuff. So if you want, I can do another Zoom based just solely on the reports and numbers and stuff like that, if you guys want me to. But if it doesn't really matter much to you and you don't really care much about numbers, then don't worry about it. But
yeah, no, that's good. I've just seen Emma Summers chat in the comment in the chat, and I know she's obviously seems like she's struggling a little bit, which, you know, we've all absolutely been there. I would just say, Emma, like, just go and add a load of new people and speak to new people. You know, go and just speak to loads of new people. You know, if they're saying no and they're ignoring you, then go get excited and go and find a whole fresh new people to speak to. Go get yourself into some Facebook groups, go and add some new people. I mean, I've been using some wedding Facebook groups recently and just been going through the members on your laptop. You can view all the members, and I've been adding loads of people from there. And I do find, add, message. So I find people, I add them and I message them, and I've been saying, you know, hi Mary, hope you're well, came across you in the wedding group. So I thought it'd be great to connect. How's things with you? So find, add, and message, and you can do that to 10, 20, 50 people a day. So if you feel like the people you're currently speaking to right now are just saying no, and you're just getting ignored, then just freaking move on and go and speak to some new people, because that's just like, that would neg me out. I'd be like, right, next, I'm going to go find some people that actually want this.
Message one thing, but it goes hand in hand with your posting.
Yeah.
So if you're messaging, like I found out this the hard way. I was doing the same thing, like messaging loads of people, but I kind of neglected my posting and putting a bit of time and thought process into that. And I found the best time I got like plenty of teamies was when I was doing quite a bit on the I was being a lot more on it with my posting as well as the messages, because I guarantee the people you message, they'll go look at your page, they'll go look at your profile, and they'll try and find out a bit more.
And what you want to do is you want to follow, again, this is why you need to read this book, because this will teach you how to do it. But
it's
you want to use,
Fraser Crooks, it's that man in that book.
You want to use the LORD acronym. Again, we did a bit of training on that last time, and you also want to do, I totally forgot what I was going to say, the LORD acronym, and it's totally gone blank. That's really annoying. And we've only got like a minute left. Oh, what was I going to say?
Why are you talking about?
Oh, I know. No. Posting. A simple way to think about of posting is post results, how the products are helping you and other people, how the business is helping you. Like if you're struggling recruiting, make sure you're posting about how the business is helping you and changing your life. Maybe you're not doing that. So if you're posting about product results, make sure you're doing business results of yourself and also other people. You know, tag Camilla and go, this is Camilla. This is how the products and the business has transformed Camilla's life. You know, so that's a great way to show. So results, lifestyle, and value. That's to keep posting simple. That's what you want to focus on. But we're running out of time, guys. We've got loads more things we want to talk about. I really hope you've got loads of value from tonight and this has helped you. One little thing I just want to say to you before I go, and I've been thinking a lot about this over the weekend, is actually my vision for the future and where I see the Diamond Dreamers. And my vision is, 20 seconds left, is I see myself working with you all and anybody new that wants to join us on our Juice Plus businesses for life and achieving anything that we want together. Because the Diamond Dreamers, this is where our dreams become a reality. And it's going to go now!